Hey, good morning. This has been a hard one to do. I'm back in the doldrums again, feeling extremely blue, somewhat angry. I feel like I have no choices. All of a sudden in my life, I feel like I have no choices and I feel like I have no future. That really bothers me. I don't know how to deal with it. I don't feel like going to see a counselor. I don't want to talk to anybody about it. What are they going to say? You know what she's going to say? I know what she's going to say. She said it before. Be grateful. Be grateful. I don't feel grateful. What if I just don't feel grateful? What if I just feel really angry? I know. I have a roof over my head. I've got furniture. I've got food in my fridge. I've got lights, running water, air conditioning, heat if I need it. But it feels like a prison. Yes, it does. I get to see other couples in their retirement years making plans and getting to do things. And for all the back-breaking work that we did, I guess it could be worse. I'm thinking, it's no use sitting in this attitude is no use. This wig is called Ava by Wig Shop. I got it off of Especially Yours, a sister company of Paula Young. It's very cheap, 30 bucks. But I think it'll suffice for the beach. We're going away for 3 days. And yeah, I'll probably use this as my beach wig. Either this or there's a shorty. I got 3 of them. And there's 2 on back order. I had forgotten about these orders. I had ordered them, and I guess because they didn't have them in stock, I just let it ride. And then all of a sudden, a box comes to the door, which I really like. It's kind of fun. I mean, at least I've got that to look forward to. So don't take that away from me, okay? Don't say, how can you spend that kind of money? I don't know. How can I? Credit cards, remember? Yeah. No, I'm not going to get myself in trouble with credit cards. I've got things I can sell. As a matter of fact, I gave one of them to Maggie. I hope it ends up getting up on eBay. It's a very pretty Alice Cavanis necklace and earrings, probably from the 50s. I'll help her list that when we get back. We'll be leaving tomorrow. I won't say where we're going until after I get back, and I'll try to do some video footage while I'm there. Mercy. I'll have her hold the camera. Say, Maggie, hold this. I gotta do a quick one. I gotta think of what I want to talk about. I don't know. This isn't the way it shows in the pictures. I'm gonna work with it. It's too shiny. I'm gonna work with that. Right now I don't want to work at all. I got my guest room all ready for Bonnie. All I have to do now is wash the cover and the sheets and pillowcases, and we'll be in business. These really itch, and they're very, very warm. I was very uncomfortable. Thank God my kids like high air conditioning. You know, like cold. I want to just whip this thing right off and go bald and free. I just don't want to shock Finn yet, my grandson. Michael didn't like this one, I could tell. I'm going to wear it for a while, and then I'm going to learn about selling them, you know, used wigs on the open market. That way I'll have gotten to experience it, have fun with it, and then on it goes to somewhere else, someone else. 5 minutes and I feel like I've gotten absolutely nowhere. Oh, give me a minute. The other thing about wigs is you can never get them to look the same way twice. What do you do with that? Like, this is gratitude, right? And like, this is like the third video I've done with it, and it looks completely different than the other two, or pretty close to pretty different. My son liked this one, and Thomas Lee likes this one, and a lot of other women like this one. I had gone all Dolly Parton earlier and just poofed up the back, you know. Go, Dolly, go. You know, like early Dolly Parton. It was just like, boom. You can't really, oh, sorry, didn't mean to do that. You can't really, like, see the bottom with my sweater on, but, oh, who cares? I don't think I like wigs. No. I feel like I have to wear them, which is kind of silly. I mean, I don't have to wear them. I suppose I'll get used to them, but you know what I noticed? It made the top of my head hurt really bad after wearing that little short blonde one for hours. Let's not talk about wigs. Let's not talk about choices. Let's talk about, I don't know if I want to go backwards through my marriage or forward through my marriage. So I talked about getting engaged, my wedding. Oh my, it was a budget wedding. We did the wedding with all of the, he already had a suit coat, so he wore that. And I went to Porches department store, no longer exists, and I picked up a prom dress that was on clearance. I think I got it for like $30. No, it was 60, and the shoes were on sale for 20. So it was this ice blue gown with white lace all over it. I think you've seen it in some of my pictures. And I got white heels. Later I'd have those colored so that I could still wear them, you know, for other occasions. So, oh my, that was crazy. What a crazy time. We were going to have the wedding at Newcastle Beach, which would have been so perfect. But Hurricane Gloria came in the night before, and they closed the park down. So we had to call our invitees, which weren't a ton, just maybe 20 people. My mother didn't come, and his parents didn't come. My mother, I let off the hook. She just was very odd about being around people. And I just was like, yeah, whatever. I mean, that didn't bother me. It didn't even bother me that his parents didn't come. I think it bothered him that his parents didn't come. But all of his siblings did come. And I don't know if my brother came, one of them. I have 3 brothers. Dennis's sister Maureen was very instrumental in helping us. She came over the night before. We put together all the flowers ourselves. We had the little green tape and stick pins, and we made corsages and bouquets and what else? You know, boutonnieres for the guys. I can't remember who. Yes, of course. Dennis's best man was Izzy. And they were good friends then. And so we asked everyone to bring a dish. Our catering was potluck. There was no dancing because there was no room to dance. We had to do all of this in our apartment. Thank God it was a really huge living room connected to a dining room, really old colonial home that the guy had made into apartments. And it was a great deal of fun, a lot of laughs. One of Dennis's good friends, and he was a counselor at the time at Seabourn Hospital. And he was friends with, I wish I remember that. I'm sure it's in one of the cards. He brought me balloons, and he brought his guitar, and he sang some tunes. And we all ate, that buffet style. And it just was a lot of talking and laughing. Some people hung out outside, some people hung out inside, and it was just really, really nice. The whole thing we did for $400. That includes the honeymoon, because we went to Hell's Cove and we didn't know where we were going to stay. We had no plans. Originally, I wanted to go to the Poconos and stay in one of those crazy honeymoon suites with the champagne glass hot tub. But Dennis said to me, Nikki, I can't swing it. And so I canceled that. And so we took our little pittance of $200 I think we had left, and we headed to Bar Harbor. And we saw this rooms for rent right at Hull's Cove. Hull's Cove was like that, and this cute little house, which I show in one of my earlier videos when I went up to Maine. And the woman wanted $125 for the week. And he talked her down to $75. He was such a character, such a wheeler dealer. It just came natural to him. And she said yes, tax included. And we had this adorable little room with a shared bath. It was very old-timey. There's some pictures of it in my wedding album. We went to this restaurant right down on the waterfront near the Bar Harbor Inn, across the way from that on the main strip, really close to the water. That little place was. It's like a little hole in the wall. You walk down the stairs, and it was so old world, the building. And they had eggs Bavarian. He kept insisting that it was eggs ranchero, and it wasn't. It was eggs Bavarian. And what it was there were these wonderful little roasted potatoes on the bottom. You know how I love food. And then there were layers. There was layers of onions and peppers, and then this cheese sauce, and then eggs, and then a cream sauce. It was so excellent. I have looked everywhere to find a recipe like this. And if you know something like this, you know what I'm talking about, please leave a comment where I could find a recipe like that, because it was amazing. And they served it in ramekins, the little tall ramekins, and it was all these layers and meat sauce. Not only was there a cream sauce, a cheese sauce, there was a meat sauce on this. And all of those flavors combined was like, paradise, really. And we went there 2 more times because it was so excellent. And then we went to dinner a couple times, but most of the time we were driving around the island, Bar Harbor, when we came across this little cottage, and it said crab meat for sale. So we go in, and it's these people's front porch, and she's shucking those crabs, and he's boiling them up, and They're putting it in these little plastic containers. Crab meat. $6 a pound. Could you imagine? Recently I went up there and I think I paid 24 for a quarter pound. You know, when I went up there last September to relive my life with him, I went to Bar Harbor. I couldn't take it. I couldn't stay long. Someday I have to go up there, and that'll be the last place that I'll put his ashes. I just can't do it. I'm just not ready to part with even a teaspoon. So we found crab meat, and every day we would go and get a pound of crab meat, and we'd make these amazing half-pounder sandwiches. We bought bread and lettuce and chips and Coke. We had a cooler with us, and we'd make these huge sandwiches, and it was just so much fun. We'd picnic wherever, maybe Jordan Pond, maybe Sand Beach, and he just loved nature. We would just hike and hike and hike. Saw all of Acadia National Park and all of Bar Harbor, Southeast Harbor, Southwest Harbor. We just went everywhere. And then we drove all the way up to Lucerne, was it? Where Roosevelt's summer house was. And we toured that. Yeah. That was our wedding and honeymoon. And we were having so much fun that he called work and asked for 2 more days. And we got the same price, you know, prorated from that woman. She was so sweet and so kind. And then we had to borrow money from his sister, and not Maureen, another one. He had 4 sisters and 1 brother. He has 4 sisters and 1 brother. We had to borrow $75 to make it through to his next paycheck, but then we were able to pay them right back that following week. As a matter of fact, her and her husband, this particular sister, I'm not going to mention names. It was her husband that took the photographs. They were not at all professional. There was a lot of shadowing in the back and such, you know, but they did pictures the way they remember some of their wedding pictures were done. And it was nice. I laugh about it. One of them, Dennis, says, "It looks like I'm ready to swallow a fly." The way he was looking. I'll have to get that picture out one of these days. Maybe I should get it out now. Yeah, I want to see it. Hang on. He was so silly. It did not look like he was about to swallow a fly. I think it's that one. She said, have him look that way and you look toward the camera. And he said, looks like I'm about to swallow a fly. I don't know why he said that. I don't think it was a bad picture. He was so crazy. Oh, I miss him. How we laughed. Oh, we laughed and laughed and laughed. We fought a lot too, but boy, when we had fun, we really had fun. I'm going to hold the torch for him till the day I die. I know I can't ever love anybody else. I just can't. And this is so bouffant. What am I going to do? What am I going to wear? I need wigs for my trip, and they're all so wiggy. Just Dolly Parton it, Nikki. You can do it. Maybe I'll throw a headband. I could wear the light one. I'm going to run out of minutes really, really soon. What do you think? With or without the headband? I have a white one. Well, it's like clear. And I have a lighter one, like a tortoise shell. I can try different ones and see. It's not bad, huh? Maybe even pull it off a little bit. Oh, I gotta go. I only have 1 minute and something or other seconds. So have a good morning. Forgive me for BITing with a CHING, complaining. That's it. Wig time. I think I just want to go bald. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Bye.